Hello everyone, happy Monday. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Joey, the Veiled Cottage Witch, and we're in another episode of my magical plant series. Today we are talking about fennel. Now, fennel is not my favorite herb, and I'll tell you why. I am not a fan of anything that smells like black licorice. It's not my favorite scent. It's not my favorite flavor. So I don't drink it in a tea. It's just not my favorite. However, it has so many magical medicinal uses that I had to include it in my magical garden. So here it is, right over here, and it's looking a little bit sparse, so I'll tell you why at the end of this video here. So the Latin name is Fenicillum vulgare, and it has tons of folk names: sweet fennel, wild fennel, finocchio, Fennel, sweet anise, licorice plant, snake herb. Its gender is masculine. The planet is Mercury. So the day of the week it's most potent is Wednesday. And the element is fire. And as we look into the folklore, you'll be able to see why it is fire. So it is called snake herb, as snakes would rub against it to sharpen their eyesight. And incidentally, it was also used as a remedy for snake bites. So it's very, very related to snake medicine. In Greek mythology, Prometheus used a giant fennel stalk to carry fire. Here we go. From Mount Olympus to Earth. And the pith of the stalk burns slowly and evenly without destroying the outer stalk, allowing Prometheus to transport the fire. Does that sound like the beginning ceremony of our Olympic Games? Absolutely. So it has a rich, rich folklore. So I thought that was really interesting. Trying to get my water bottle open. Must hydrate. Okay, in medieval times, Roman Catholics would plug fennel into the keyholes of their front doors on St. John's Eve to ward off evil spirits. I mean, you could probably do that now. I don't know how well that would work with your keys. I mean, I don't think it would hurt anything. So if anybody wants to try it, please let me know down in the comments how well that works for you. It was also linked with trust, so that if you carried fennel, people would trust you and also trust your words. So that's interesting. The ancient Greek name for fennel is marathon. So again, linking it to the Olympics. So, and then it would refer to the region where the battle took place that gave its name to the race. So that's interesting. During Shakespearean time, fennel was an emblem of flattery. So Italians would say der Finocchio, which means to give fennel, and that means to flatter. So that's kind of cool. You know, to give fennel would mean to give flatter. I may need to use that someday. Puritans called fennel seeds meeting seeds because they were often chewed at church services. Interesting. And people would wear a piece of flannel in their left shoe to prevent wood ticks from biting their legs. That's something interesting to try if you go out hiking in the woods. Again, let me know how well that works for you. And now we're going to go into the magical uses. So grown around the home, fennel instills protection. Hung up at windows and doors, it wards off evil spirits. And the seeds can be carried in a sachet for the same purposes. So a lot of good protection magic there. Fennel is also used in purification and healing incenses and powders. It's used in initiation rites to help students shed their own persona and see with new eyes and help glimpse the cosmic fire within. Again, linking it to that snake medicine we talked about a few minutes ago. It bestows courage and aids in memory for the students. And I would think it would help anyone, going through maybe dementia, or, to kind of get that memory back. Maybe to help not lose any more of that memory. Kind of like we talked about with the rosemary. I wonder, if they go hand in hand, that would help. It also aids in divination, cleansing, strength, meditation, and psychic protection. So lots of good magical uses for that fennel. And now the healing properties. So it is an antioxidant, antimicrobial, antiviral, antifungal, and has anti-inflammatory properties. So there is a myriad of uses that you could use fennel for. So if you were to grind fennel seeds, it would be effective against bacteria that cause indigestion, diarrhea, and even dysentery. So those ground fennel seeds. Fennel contains potassium, calcium, and magnesium, which can help lower blood pressure. And it can help boost immunity because it has a really high source of vitamin C. It is a great herb also for hair health, as it helps treat dandruff, scalp itchiness, hair breakage, and fallout. Wonderful. And lastly, fennel has been used as a milk stimulant for lactating mothers. Such an awesome herb, right? So many uses. Now for my personal use, it is in my healing incense, which is available on my website, and my back off bitch oil, which is also available on my website. I also use it in a digestive tea for my mother-in-law. It helps settle her stomach so that she can sleep. So I'm glad I have that for her. But what I really want to talk about, and what I'm really excited about, and this is a little odd, but go with me here. I will have some pictures up right over here. It is a breeding plant for my black swallowtail butterflies. We get these very cute, fat caterpillars that grow on here, and I'm going to show pictures of those that turn into the black swallowtail butterflies. So in the past, I would, trim the fennel where I saw the caterpillars, and, I would, put them somewhere and let them, breed elsewhere. But this year I said, you know what? I give this to you. This is my gift to you. That's why you see it's kind of just stalks and not so much of the fronds of the fennel, is because I let the caterpillars have it so that they can turn into beautiful black swallowtail butterflies. So I'm breeding them. I'm letting them have it this year. So I will make sure that you guys have pictures of my big fat caterpillars who are feeding upon my fennel plant. So that's my favorite use of them this year. So I'll have beautiful black swallowtail butterflies all around the garden this year. So, I'm very proud of them. So that is the fennel plant. Let me know how you use them medicinally and magically down below. And as always, you can go to my website at theveiledcottagewitch.com and use the code word veiled, all caps, VEILED, to get free shipping. And of course, you can always pick anything up at the cottage, which is right there. And as always, live your best life and live for yourself.